We are starting with breaking news. Utah State Senator Jake Anderegg says he's resigning. The state Republican Party will hold a special election to fill Senate District 22's vacancy in the coming weeks.
When I heard that Senator Jake Anderegg was resigning, I was in complete shock. I started receiving text messages from friends with a screenshot of the press release and notifying us of his early resignation. And then along with the screenshot was the question, so are you gonna run? When are you running? Heidi, Heidi for Senator Balderee. I'm Heidi Balderee and I live in Saratoga Springs, Utah. I've been there for the last 2 decades. Back in 2014, I was concerned about a particular issue that affected the local cities, specifically Saratoga Springs and Eagle Mountain, and I felt that I needed to get involved. It was a totally different place. There were lots of concerned citizens, but there just wasn't one particular location where people could band together and have all the types of resources. It was very, very authentically, organically grassroots. I thought that's about where it would end, and boy, was I wrong.
What's up, everybody? Kevin here with Americans for Prosperity. Just wanted to show you our new office space, show you around, show you where you can come, be part of our community. I'd gotten involved with AFP in 2015 when they first came to the state. We'd been involved in a lot of the same issues and a lot of the same fights, and it's been a really cool thing to see AFP expand and grow its presence in this state and really help individuals across the state of Utah make the impact that they want to see on the issues they care about in their own communities.
From the get-go, I knew that I'd found a place that I could call home. They were in line with the principles that I believed in, but even more than that, they offered things that we didn't have as our hodgepodge grassroots organizations. They had formal trainings, they had data. There wasn't anything like that in the state at the time.
It feels like I've known Heidi forever. I approached her and asked her if she would like to join one of our first Grassroots Leadership Academy trainings. She has gone from just a volunteer, someone who is just eager to learn, to being in a lot of leadership roles.
To go from volunteer to employee just allows you to do what you love full-time. It's such a privilege. We've had so many policy wins. We've fought against the OSHA Biden mandates recently. We also fought against the Medicaid expansion.
What separates Heidi from a lot of the people that engage in the political world, that even engage in grassroots activity, is Heidi cares so deeply about people, about empowering them, about building relationships with them, very authentic relationships, and just helping people thrive.
They just provide so many resources that were beyond what I could do as an individual.
Minutes after his announcement, people were really excited about Heidi being a person that could fill that seat and do a great job.
There was no shortage of people raising their hands and eager to help her get involved and advocate for her on whatever level she needed. And I truly believe that that's because she built an authentic grassroots community. She had, everyone from leadership positions, like congressmen to legislators to volunteers that lived in that district that called her and said, "You should step up. It's your time. You should run."
I knew that I was interested in policy reform as an employee and volunteer at AFP. There were originally 14 candidates, former legislator in the mix, several very well-to-do gentlemen in the race where money was no object. There was definitely a benefit to knowing how to organize. Got to canvassing right away and making phone calls and meeting with people. It was all second nature to me. But at the end of the day, I knew that I'd left everything on the table, that I'd use all my tools, all my resources, and that I'd put forth the best campaign that I was capable of at the time. When they announced that I won, I was surprised. We had gone 6 rounds of balloting. I looked out at the audience and I knew that they had chosen me.
And that I will discharge the duties of my office with ability.
Congratulations.
Whether it's tax reform or occupational license reform, there's so much that I want to do. And the very first 2 bills that I have filed are actually because of the relationships that I've had and grown through my experiences with AFP.
While it's a great loss to our organization that Heidi doesn't work for AFP Utah anymore, we're super excited for her. I'm very proud of what she's done in this race and the grassroots game that she really put into action to win that seat.
There is an African proverb that says, if you think you're too small to make a difference, you haven't spent the night with a mosquito. And I think that's one of the things that I learned through AFP, seeing the evidence of grassroots organization and its ability to affect change. There's no way I can turn away